Something is wrong. He was grinning wickedly. Then he laughed and said,
No way to let an old hag in my house anymore. I want a divorce.
I was surprised at such a sudden declaration of divorce, but there was only one answer.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Eric's voice came out of his head.
Are you serious?
My name is Naomi. I'm a 47-year-old office lady. My husband, Eric, and I have been married for 23 years. He is 50 years old, 3 years older than me, a senior manager of a normal company. When we just got married, he loved me very much, and we had a happy marriage. But now our relationship has completely cooled off. We have one daughter who has graduated from college. When she got a job, she left home and started living alone. After we were left alone as a couple, we hardly even talk to each other. And when we do talk, it's usually about something trivial or an argument. Eric has never helped me with the house. I just get more and more frustrated every day. One day, I came home after working late. But when I come into, he's laying on the sofa and knowing nothing but just watching TV. I'm sure he knew I was home, but he said nothing, nor did he look at her. Was wondering if he's home earlier than usual. At least prepare the dinner, or at least clean yourself up. But Eric never does anything like that. On the contrary, he's the kind of person who leaves his clothes on the floor.
Hey, put your own clothes in the laundry basket, okay? When is your next event?
After the dinner. I'm starving. Where's our dinner?
Even you say so. Didn't you see me getting home just now? If you're going to complain like that, just wait until it's done or help me.
No, I'm tired from work. Besides, housework is a woman's job. Stop complaining and do your job.
I don't like you talk to me. Doesn't sound like from a respect for senior manager.
Well, no matter what you say, I'm the boss. And everyone loves me.
I don't believe it. I don't think any of your subordinates would follow you.
That's it. What a mean wife. Isn't your fault for working overtime in the first place?
Now it's a busy season. Everyone else is working overtime. It doesn't matter if we're good or not.
Then everyone at the company you work for is dumb at their job.
Stop making fun of my coworkers and subordinates.
Then why don't you quit your job?
Why would you do that? I work because I like my job. And it was you said that I could keep working after we got married.
That was a long time ago. I don't know how miserable is this company, which has to hire an old hag like you.
An old hag? Don't you dare talk to me like that?
I'm just telling you the truth. Shut your mouth up and get on with your job. Our dinner is now.
Whatever. I'm going out for my dinner.
Hey, seriously?
Decided to end this nonsense argument went out. And that's how it looked like when I was Eric fighting all the time. When we had our daughter at home, we used to have conversations as a family. But now that she's gone, all the conversations we have are argumentative. Thought Eric and I were married in love. How did our relationship turn so cold? Moreover, the reason we got together was because Eric made an aggressive approach to me. During our relationship, he was extremely kind to me and did a lot for me. We got married because he proposed. The fact that Eric has turned into such a cold person towards me makes me feel so frustrated. It felt he's changed in the last few years. I could have a feeling that he's cheating on me, but he is very careful about it. I can't find a shred of evidence to prove that. I did think about hiring an agency, but there is a part of me that still believes in Eric. I know it may sound crazy that our relationship went this cold, but we've been together for 23 years. I wanted to believe in him. I had a lot of difficult days like that. And every time when I was with him, I felt nothing but disappointed. After a few months of working hard in housework, Eric told me that he had something to talk to me. What on earth does he want? And then he laughed and said,
I can't have an old hag anymore. We're talking about divorce.
It means to end our marriage.
Do you know how much trouble you'd get into if we got divorced? I mean, don't you care about what people think?
I know it'll be a rough time, but I'm working now, and I don't care about what people think. There are divorced people all over the world.
Mean.
You're the one who proposed the divorce, and now it's your concern. Don't tell me you expected me to say that I don't want a divorce.
Just didn't think you'd say yes so easily.
It was you saying that you wanted a divorce. Doesn't this make you feel satisfied if I say yes to you?
Yes, that's true, but
What is it? A threat or what? You're just saying without actually wanting a divorce?
no, of course not.
Then let's get a divorce. Well, the divorce papers.
I don't have them right now.
What a dumb.
Shut up. I be right back. I'll get them right now.
Eric took the divorce papers right away under my provocation.
Are you really sure about this?
Oh my goodness, just filled up the goddamn divorce papers.
Okay. Just let you know I'm not having an affair.
Why are you saying this all of a sudden?
I told you I'm not having an affair.
It's more suspicious that you'd say that. Let's make a firm division of property. Eric seemed quite surprised that accepted the divorce so readily. But I guess that's not surprising, considering the way he's been behaving and the terrible outburst he's been making. I mean, who wouldn't want a divorce? I also have a good job, so we don't have problems making ends meet. After the divorce was finalized, I immediately called our daughter to tell her that we were divorcing. As you can imagine, my daughter was surprised. She had seen and heard her dad's worried attitude towards me. She was convinced that I had agreed to the divorce right away.
By the way, has he called or texted you?
I haven't gotten one yet, but I'm sure I get one today.
Eric had spoiled our daughter to show love, but our daughter doesn't like him that. When she was a child, he was busy with and never showed up in any parent-child activities that made her feel very lonely. And because she witnessed the swears and attitudes he had toward me, as she grows older, she is disgusted with her father more and more.
Dad's really a jerk. The most horrible father. Oh wait, I just got a message from him.
What did he say?
He said you're splitting up. And he said he is lonely and wants me to come over. I don't want to meet him at all, but I'm glad that I can see you without any worries, Mom. Let's go out for dinner sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but why did Dad suddenly ask for a divorce? Isn't it strange?
Well, he said he wasn't cheating on me, which I didn't even ask him about. Maybe he's having an affair.
What? If he was, he'd be really a jerk.
Well, I'm just speculating.
If it's true, I'm not going to see him anymore.
After that conversation, I hung up with my daughter. About a month later, I went to the cafe where I was supposed to meet my daughter.
Mom, it's been a while. 6 months since last time. You look amazing, and your skin looks radiant.
Maybe it's because I'm stress-free now.
You live alone now, right?
Yes, I live in an apartment near my office. It's a lot helpful for the traffic and no need to do chores for 2 people anymore. I have a lot more time and spend with my friends and hobbies. I'm just happy now.
That's great.
You know, if this is what it's come to, I wish I'd gotten divorced earlier.
You're right. Who doesn't hate serving a person with that disturbing look?
I really do. Know what? He called me an old hag.
He did. That's disgusting.
After a brief conversation with my daughter, I realized that she was not ready to take on this task. She started talking about something awkwardly.
You know, about that thing the other day. You said that Dad might be having an affair. I was curious, so I asked the agency to look into it.
Oh, really?
Yes, here are the results.
I nervously read the results my daughter handed me, and there were pictures of Eric with a woman holding hands happily in hotels and homes.
He cheated on me, didn't he?
How else could it be possible?
Was shocked. He was right. He left me for another woman.
Mom, there's no time to be sad. We've got the evidence. I think you should get your alimony.
Do you know, W, the agent you hired? I have to pay the money,
You can do that after you get the alimony from Dad.
but I don't know how to prove this adultery. There's a chance he did it after we divorced.
Actually, I already have the proof.
What? What do you mean?
She showed me another document.
These are the conversations between Dad and his lover.
How did you get it?
I happened to use him.
According to the story, my daughter W. Eric's house to see him. She served him a home-cooked meal, and he drank a lot of wine. He was so happy to see his daughter and got to enjoy the food. The wine pairings were perfect. So he drank a ton and our daughter used his hand to open the fingerprint authentication of his phone. She took a screenshot of the conversation she had with the lover on WhatsApp and sent it to her own account to get paid.
Oh, my dear, you're amazing.
Because I just can't forgive Dad for cheating on you and having another affair. That's enough for you to win.
Yes, thank you.
We're going to fight him and his lover. Then we would need to call Eric and discuss the alimony. He won't come if I'm here. So my daughter asked to meet him also. We're going to catch him at the cafe. When my daughter and Eric arrive, and sit down. Then Eric gave me a very disapproving.
Why is she here?
I don't want to see you either, but I have something important to tell you.
What? What do you want to talk about?
You were having an affair, weren't you?
What are you talking about? I told you at the time of the divorce that I wasn't having an affair.
You seem to be able to hide it well then. Well, you can't blame the professionals on doing their job too well.
I said that and spread out on the table the photos my daughter had taken at the airport. Eric was surprised.
This is the woman I'm with after breaking up with you. Sol wasn't cheating.
Well, I knew you'd say that. Actually, there's something more.
What the?
And showed him what our daughter for us. I showed him a printout of the conversation on WhatsApp. These are all dated when we were still married. That, along with the photos from earlier, is definitely evidence.
How did you get this?
The day we drank at home, I looked up your phone and copied everything.
That's not appropriate. You can't just check someone's phone without permission.
Don't tell me what's inappropriate. You have a wife and a daughter. You are a family man. And now you're here teaching me what's appropriate. Bullshit. I hate you.
Hearing his dearest daughter hates him, Eric got pale.
I have all this evidence and I'm demanding the alimony.
We've already broken up. I don't owe you alimony.
You are really an idiot, aren't you? Statute of limitations on cheating is 3 years. I mean, we've only been broken up for about a month. I have plenty of time to file for alimony.
Oh, no, what happened?
Well, then we're done here. Let's go through our lawyer for the rest of the application.
Oh, Dad, there was one last thing I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
Eric looks at my daughter like he's expecting something.
You have no right to call Mom an old hag. Dad, you're an old yoga to me too. You need to stop acting like a great person, but talking shit to the people around you. If you're also doing this to your colleagues, God, they must hate you a lot. I, as your daughter, hate you too.
She burst out with all these comments to her. Eric was frozen in shock. He had tears in his eyes. I left the cafe with my daughter without saying goodbye to him. After that, we went straight to our other opponent, Eric's lover. We were supposed to meet at another. When my daughter and I went there, Ty was already there. She was waiting for us, smoking a cigarette.
What do you two want from me?
To be short, I want you to pay me my alimony because you're having an affair with my husband.
What? Alimony?
I started seeing him after he became single.
That's not adultery.
I showed her the same evidence I showed Eric.
This proves that it was an affair. My lawyer said I could get alimony.
You can't get alimony if you're already divorced.
You're such an idiot. Like my ex-husband, I guess birds of a feather flock together.
What are you trying to say? Just an old hug from nowhere.
That's what my ex used to say to me.
Dad is such a dumb asshole. What's the point of dating an old woman who thinks she can cover up her wrinkles with thick makeup?
Who the hell do you think you are?
To me, you're also an old woman, and you're just a part-time, right? I'd rather have a mom who's been working full-time and in an overqualified position. I'd say she's more independent, respectable woman. Oh, right. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't making fun of you for being a part-time. I'm just trying to make a point that you're not even this close to be as good as my mother.
What the hell is wrong with this bitch? Fuck off.
I'm glad she said that to Eric's lover.
Anyway, I told you about the alimony. Even if you get divorced, the statute of limitations on alimony for adultery, 3 years.
You're kidding me.
No, it's true. And I also sent a surprise to your house. Your husband will know about the affair.
Okay. Wait a minute. That's not what I heard. What if I get divorced?
That's your business. You destroyed people's family. Don't think you can get all the benefits.
The woman froze in her tracks, her face pale. My daughter and I left the restaurant feeling refreshed. After that, Eric and the woman paid me the alimony. Both of them were also charged by the fair partner's husband. They are forced to live in extreme poverty. By the way, I also sent a copy of the letter to Eric's workplace. So Eric's infidelity spread throughout L Company. I heard that Eric was taking his senior manager position. Also, I heard that my daughter is going to work with someone from Eric's company. She heard something about him that he was the most unpopular senior in the company. When he was taken the position, everyone was cheering. Well, not difficult to imagine. I couldn't help but laugh out loud when I saw that everyone was so satisfied with the result. The only good thing he had, his high income, was gone. No one would be interested in him any. At best, he'll spend the rest of his life lonely and isolated. I, on the other hand, am I doing well in my work and personal life? I will keep on visiting my daughter and friends regularly, having some hobbies and enjoying them. I'd like to spend my days to the fullest. Had no idea that this person who keeps saying something moral harassment also is one of the worst husbands who on his wife. Fortunately, they have an excellent daughter. She's like a character in Mission Impossible. What a brilliant strategy she thinks of. The way she proved her husband's infidelity and won the alimony was also amazing. Let's hope Naomi will be free to do whatever she wants in the rest of her life. Thank you for watching till the end. Please subscribe to our channel if you see you again in the next video.